Hi, my name is Karen Shepard. I'm the director of Huntsville Animal Services. Huntsville Animal Services is an open admission municipal animal control facility right in the center, north center of Alabama, close to the Tennessee border. We service about 300,000 people, and I'm going to just tell you a little bit about the journey I've had, the 15 years I've been with Huntsville Animal Services. Vicki and Shelley reached out to me this spring and said, do you feel like sharing your shelter data with your community equaled saving lives? And I resounding, oh, does it ever? Yes, it does. And just a quick note, when I first joined the city in 2002, we never shared the data because it was just bad. We were euthanizing pretty much every animal in the building. We were only saving 20% of 10,000 pets. So why would you share that data? I felt that we should. And in 2004, we released our data, and immediately some things started happening. So one of the things is I had some partners, 501c3 partners, spay-neuter partners, animal rescue partners, and we were going to conferences to learn how to save more animals, because when I first got to the shelter, our intake was 10,000 dogs and cats. We were only saving about 2,000 lives. It was mainly all dogs. And so it was just a pretty tragic situation. We went to Spay USA in New Orleans. Janice Gibbons, who was the president of our local spay-neuter advocacy group, listened to Peter Marsh talk about what he had done in New Hampshire. He had taken public funding and he had targeted it to the people in his state that were low income. And what he had done is he basically paid for those people to get their pets spayed or neutered. So we mirrored that between three partners, between the city of Huntsville, between our county, which is about 40% of our intake, the Madison County Commissioners, and then SNAP, which was our private group. We put money together. We targeted our low-income individuals, such as citizens that were on Medicaid, citizens that were getting food stamps, citizens, families that were on any federal disability. They would go to our veterinarians, because we didn't have a spay-neuter clinic. We were just using all our community veterinarians. They would pay that veterinarian $5, take their pet in to be spayed and neutered, and then we would reimburse the veterinarian $50 for a cat, male, female, $100 for a dog, male, female, big, small, and we just started the program and started spending the money. We averaged about 1,800 surgeries a year, and if you fast forward, bloop, to 2011, 2012, 2014, the numbers finally started coming down. It did take a little bit of time, but now investing in those 1,800 surgeries a year for those low-income citizens, we're now only taking in 5,000 animals. We cut our intake in half. It has been an incredible program, and just so you know how to do it at home, you take your population, and for every 1,000 people, you need to do about 5 surgeries, and they definitely need to be targeted. So when we first started, we were taking in about 33 dogs and cats for every 1,000 individuals. Now we're taking in about 15 pets for every 1,000 individuals. And just remember, you need to do 5 targeted or 5 low-income spay-neuters for every 1,000 individuals. You can find the funding, you can make it happen through grants, and hopefully through public-private partnerships. So that was the first program we did. The second program is pretty straightforward and simple. It's Community Cat Diversion Program. Sadly, we were only saving about 10% of our cats. And through the low-income spay-neuter program, our cat intake went from 3,500 down to 2,000. We were still only saving about 10% of our cats. So we were meeting as a group. It was Animal Control, us, the Humane Society, every animal welfare group, all our TNR people, everybody. We were meeting in a group once a month starting in about 2003. And we were getting a lot of challenges, meaning they were saying to us, and we wanted to hear it, let's save the rest of these animals. We've got 5,000, let's save all their lives. And one of the glaring problems is our cats. And so the challenge that our TNR group, Forgotten Felines, gave me was, can you just save 5 of those cats a week? And I thought, wow, That's $250 to spay and neuter 5 cats. Surely we can find $250, and we did. If you fast forward now, last year in 2016, out of those 2,000 cats, we only euthanized 47 cats. We are pretty determined we're going to save every one of them. I was able to find funding. I actually just went to my boss and said, we need to fund this. And he said, let's fund it. And so it happened. It's really wonderful. And just to give you a snapshot of the dog situation at our shelter, we're getting in about 3,000 dogs a year, and last year we saved 90%. We did euthanize right at 250 dogs. Every one of those dogs, I would say 95% of the dogs had people aggression or dog-on-dog aggression. And at this point in time, we don't have the safety net that we'd like to have to possibly save more of those pets, but we're working on that. So we were able to save 90% of our pets in 2015, something that I thought we could have, or I wanted to do so many years ago, but finally in 2015 we accomplished it. I have to thank all the conferences that I've gone to, all the people that have written blogs. Target Zero came in, told us we could do it in fall of 2014, and then really pushed us to get it done. My staff is fabulous. The community is incredible, and I do believe that sharing the data was what made the difference. So my encouragement to you, make it happen. Don't do what I did. Don't go 15 years waiting for it to happen. Put all these life-saving programs in place and do it immediately. Change can happen in 6 months.